Alright, shut up. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but didn't you see my tweet? Because all of you follow my Twitter, right? Yep. I did just turn your reasonable complaints into self-promotion. Anyway. Hey guys, it's your friendly neighborhood healthy drink here. And the other day, I realized that my only talent is guitar, which I never thought I could capitalize on until now I have this steaming pile of garbage I call my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to capitalize on my only talent. So let's say you've just bought a guitar. Your 5-minute long guitar phase is way over by now, but your $2,000 guitar has just arrived in the mail thanks to your super fast delivery from a place you could drive to in 2.5 hours that only took a week to deliver. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm still a little salty. Where was I? Oh yeah. What are you going to do with your brand new guitar? Well,
tools.
So before you even pick up your guitar, I can hear you ask, what are these fucking weird ass gadgets my guitarist friend gave me? And my response is, you have friends? First off, there's this squeezy thing. It's called a capo. It can also look like this, but that's a bit complicated for my 8 brain. There's 2 reasons you might need this thingy. Sometimes you're a bit lazy to change stuff, so you can chuck this thing on. Second thing is when playing with any singer, woodwind or brass instrument, because they can't play all the notes we can. Now this one you might recognize because it's on the front of every guitar shop ever. It's called a pick, or a plectrum. A normal person would assume that picks are vital, seeing as they're everywhere. Well, they're just kinda helpful. You just use it to pluck the strings. That's it. Yeah, you definitely don't have fingers.
Reading sheet music.
I don't know how this title card got here. I'm teaching you to play guitar. Guitarists don't read sheet music.
Chords.
So there's 14 basic chords. Half of them are the same, so we can narrow that down to 8. They do have real names that I'm going to show on screen, but I also have a few nicknames for each of them. The first chord shape I like to call Mexicans, because it sounds like a Mexican standoff is about to happen. This one I call Spanish, because it's like Mexicans but sadder. The next is called Americans, because it stole from Mexicans. The next is called Canadians, because it's like Americans but better. This one is called High School Kids, because it doesn't want to conform to any of the other patterns. This is F. And this is similar to F. This one's just called Triangle, because I'm out of jokes. You can get more chords by putting your fingers across the strings as a sort of temporary capo, and just play the chord with your other 3 fingers. Also, do note there are more chords, like dominant 7ths, suspended chords, power chords, etc. But I don't want to actually have to explain stuff to you. So let's look at Wilbursoot's Karen, Please Come Back, I Miss the Kids, because it's, topical?
Karen, please come back, I miss the kids. Karen, please come back, I miss the kids. How old's he again? 24? Is he still your yoga instructor?
Sick.
Scales.
Chords are cool and all if you want to be a rhythm guitarist for the rest of your musical career. But if you want to be a lead guitarist, the one who plays the solos and riffs, then you're going to want to learn some scales. Now most musical terminology is in all different languages, so you sound smarter when you're talking. Take the 7 modes, which is a fancy way of saying different orders the same notes can be in. These 7 modes are called Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and Locrian. Riveting stuff, I know. So what we want to do is pick one of these scales. Figure out what note you want as your root, or as mentally stable people call it, the starting note. Then there's 2 ways to find out how to play a scale. For example, the major scale is built up with tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Tone meaning you go up 2 frets, and semitone meaning... Now work out how to put these notes onto the string so as to keep your hand around the same position on the fretboard. Or, you could just Google it because you don't hate yourself. Then keep playing the scale till you want to kill yourself. And once we're done with the major scale, we'll move on to the pentatonic scale, or the... anything on this website really.
Choosing new strings.
Now, eventually you're going to break a string. Don't panic, this is completely normal. Just rock up to your local guitar shop and buy a new set of strings. But what do all these words mean? Don't worry, remember what I said about people wanting to sound smart? Now, most musical terminology is in all different languages, so you sound smarter when you're talking. The same is happening here, except instead of different languages, it's just made-up words and numbers that companies have pulled out of their ass. Yeah, Americans. There's a new turn of phrase for you. First, we'll start with the numbers. The smaller the number, the thinner the string. 9 for a lead guitarist, 11 for a metal guitarist, and 10 for a person who loves himself. Now to put the strings on. Look at the colours, put this through there, put that back in if you have it. Put this through there, wrap that around that, and use the sex toy earlier to do this. Then repeat for each string.
Advanced tools.
Now that you can play guitar well enough for your parents to respect you again, you can look into the more advanced stuff. This thing is called an amp. It amplifies the sound for you.
Get off the stage!
Aww. This is called a lead. It connects your guitar to your amp. It's pretty simple, so I don't have much of a joke for it. Now this is where we get more advanced. These things are called pedals, and when you put them together on a board, you get the creatively named pedal board. There's quite a few types of pedals though, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of the different types of pedals. This is a delay pedal. It causes what experts call an echo. This is a reverb pedal. It causes what virgins call an echo. This is an overdrive pedal. It does what happens when you turn your amp too loud, but without being too loud. Pussy. That's all the pedals I have, so I'm going to steal footage from other people. This is a wah pedal. It makes your guitar go. This is a distortion pedal. It makes your guitar sound like shit, but like in a good way. This is a fuzz pedal. It makes the guitar sound like shit, but like in a bad way. This is a loop pedal. It makes what you've just played on loop. It's for lonely people who don't have a band, like Ed Sheeran. This is a chorus pedal. It does what the loop pedal does, but in an even lazier way. This is an octave pedal. It does what the chorus pedal does, but in an even lazier way. This is an acoustic simulator pedal. It's entirely pointless. And that's guitar pedals. Now that we know how to play guitar, let's try to play a song.